It was yet another election day in Enugu. This time it was the 2020 Enugu State Local Government Election, organized by the State Independent Electoral Commission. In this election, political parties fielded candidates for those who would man the 17 local council chairman's office in the state and councillors, representing the various wards that made them up. As was often the case whenever elections were held here, movements were restricted. This led to empty streets, motorways, markets, motor parks and garages. It was one of those few days one could go to the big malls in the city and they were totally bereft of activities, with their huge car parks that normally held hundreds of cars virtually empty. So from the popular Holy Ghost Park, which is the nerve center of public road transportation in the state capital, through the densely populated Abapanike to a coal camp, the streets and the roads were all deserted. The usual busy stretch of Agbani Road that passed through the thicker part of coal camp was a shadow of its usual self. Only very few artisans and food vendors milled around. A few stranded passengers like those at the IMT bus stop along Abakaliki Road were sighted, desperately looking to get transportation to their various destinations. Expectedly, the few available buses and keke on the road charged prohibitively to those able to pay. And as the streets were empty, it was not like the people were out either at the police station in their numbers to exercise their franchise. The empty street and empty polling units indicate the increasing apathy of the citizens about elections. Those who spoke with our reporters shared their views on the exercise.
I believe na haka ga-apụta mana utu die na-eme n'obodo anyị na Nigeria kịta. Majority are happy. The expectations wherever our people are governor, they are not seeing it.
Well, I told him no be bana, even for bana ha biago, and I don't know until match accreditation into a vote. Makana cholomo come to a vote. I can wear this show. No neighbor candidate mo. No onwe telu ticket ya ihe dị m n'obi maka etu Enugu steeti si wee dị gọvanọ Enugu steeti were Enugu steeti tinye n'aka Chineke achọrọ m ka ọ bụrụ onye bụ candidate manwa ka ihe ga-abata ka ndị shọn ọ bụrụ onye ga-aghasa m maka enwere m nsogbu n'Enugu steeti ịghọtago na nsogbu na-enwere ọbụla security nlarụ jụụ adụmakụ jama nlarụ ụla onwere onye gidigidi ọgwụcha ihe nji wee bịa.
I'm looking forward for the election to be successful and our candidate goes in. Once our candidate goes in for the next 4 years, I think everything is achieved.
The election also showed the manifest delays that trade voting here, with the late arrival of officials and materials. When our reporter visited the GTC polling center in Ward 7 GRA Enugu North local government, with 10 units, only very few were there as at 10 a.m. and majority of them were party agents and stewards who were on ground to monitor proceedings. It was no different at Ekulis Primary School of the same ward that has 8 units. Eventually, when voting started, it was however very peaceful. Voters, electoral officers and party members we interviewed all said everything was going on well. This was evident as the security on duty were seen sitting down, though alert, with nothing much to do. At the end of the day, amidst low turnout, election took place in all the units we visited. Expectedly, the People's Democratic Party, PDP, swept the polls. I am Orin Blessing, reporting for Words and Short TV.